Hi, all. It's Zaida Velgara from Becoming I Am here with your reading. This is for those of the sign of Libra, or wherever you have it placed. All right, because I really don't think that astrology should just be your sun sign. So that being said, I'm going to be going through four astrological events, actually three astrological events of the month. I'm going to let you know how it's going to play out for the collective, and then I'm going to let you know how it's going to play out for you. Okay, using tarot and oracle, kind of the royal gist. For those that are newer, let me tell you how the rundown goes. I only do one reading per month per language. Yes, and when I go through the astrology, I really do think that the astrology is really what people are reading when they're using reading in the energy when they're doing the cards, and then they're interpreting it based on their collective and their life experience and how much work they've done on themselves. So that being said, let's go down the run to the first thing is September 10th. So everything is going to continue to be kind of like August, kind of rolling through until about September 10th. Why? Because there's two big shifts that day. Well, three. First of all, Venus is in Scorpio. Secondly, Mercury is in Libra. And thirdly, Uranus is being influenced, and Uranus in retrograde in Gemini is influencing this frequency. What does this tell me? This tells me that people, situations, or things, events from your past are going to come by, come back for a rerun. And in this energy, it kind of feels like it's coming for a rerun with a vengeance, but you're not the same person you were before, right? Because Mercury in Libra means the things that come out of your mouth and the way that you process what people are saying to you, very different than before because you're more balanced. Okay. Well, that being said, for those that actually have done the work. So keep that in mind. That doesn't mean everybody, but it does influence us strongly. So, Libra, let's find out how this is going to affect you. So weird. My camera all of a sudden is being really weird. It kind of flashes and flashes. Um, the first thing I'm going to start off with is an archetype energy because it has like light aspect, shadow aspect of the energy, and I want to know what light aspect, shadow aspect is going to come towards you. Okay, kind of like the shadow that's coming towards you and how you're going to contradict it with your light. Look at that. I got to. Okay. What we're seeing here is first the shapeshifter. And the shapeshifter says the light attributes, skills at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. And the other one that came out is the lovers, which is great passion and devotion, unbridled aspirations of someone or something. That legit is Venus and Scorpio. That's like obsession energy. Okay. So this energy that is coming towards you is coming towards you because they notice you changed. Okay. You shapeshift. You have the ability to like see things in many different angles and kind of fix a problem. You're a problem fixer, Libra. And then this is where things can go south, right? Because you're not the same person that you used to be, where you want to fix everybody's problems because you have problems of your own and you were in that wound energy and you were trying to fix things, right? So, that being said, the shadow aspect is for this obsessive lover energy where they're like, oh my God, you're the best. I'm totally missing you, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. Is obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. So it's kind of like, I don't care if you don't have time, energy, efforts, and frequencies for me. I don't care. I've decided that you're going to be the person that's going to fix things because you used to fix things and I still want you to fix things. So how dare you think that you have the right to tell me no? And then we have your shadow aspects, projecting any image that serves to your personal agenda in the moment. And I think this is a protective energy that you're going to have, right? You're not trying to have drama with this individual. You will let them speak their piece. You will let them have their space. You will still have your boundaries, but you will let them speak their piece. And then you'll be like, okay. And then you move on. Okay, so this would be somebody that comes at you like, yeah, because blah, 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 and whatever. And you already know that this person has a problem here. Like, they haven't dealt with their shit, right? And so instead of you trying to correct them, trying to adjust them, trying to help them, you know that those words that come out of your mouth isn't going to make a damn difference. So you're just kind of like, okay, yeah, that makes sense for you. But you're not going to say it for you, even though in your head you're going to be like, for you. This is making me laugh. Libra, this is making me laugh because it feels like you're just kind of like, you go live in that reality that you created for yourself that is so not over here. How nice for you. Oh, Libra, you're making me laugh. Your energy is very, I want to say, you know what? Libra has a way of shooting somebody down in a very politically correct way in which the other person perceives that they're actually winning or that you actually think positively of them, when in your head you're just like, okay, that's all kinds of crazy. All right, so let's see how this is going to play out. Look at that. The first thing we have is the King of Pentacles in reverse. This person is losing everything. Their shorts. Seven of Pentacles, and that's why they're coming towards you, because they see that you've been taking care of yourself and you're actually turning out profit. They're coming fast. We have the Knight of Swords, and they're coming with friends. I'm thinking their problems. Look at the Judgment card, because they know that you're like the Pied Piper. Okay, in other words, you fix the way that your frequently works, the words that you say, the energy that you emanate fixes problems. It's like you got the magic touch. Doesn't mean that you're going to use it on them. Hello. We have the Two of Wands. But see, what they haven't realized is that you've already moved on to a new energy, a new frequency. Like, your life is no longer about this mess. This is a person that's very self-centered that's coming towards you. I'm just going to say, because it's all about them. Look at that. It came out and it shuffled itself back in. And look at this. And then they're confused because you're sitting there. I feel like this energy is you. You're sitting there like, I see all the mess that's there. And they're like, but this also thing happened and I don't know why, because blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, The common denominator with all that mess is more, is you. And so I think, but you're just sitting there looking like with your hands crossed. How interesting for you. Yeah, I get it. And just like, swipe right. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot card with the Eight of Pentacles. And this is really interesting because if you see the Chariot card here, she's kind of confused in what direction to go. And then there's the Eight of Pentacles. That goes with the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles, which I think is perfect combination together. And then the Hangman. What I can tell you here is that these people are coming to you at work. Okay, so I don't know if you have a job that you help fix problems for people, kind of like what I do right now, right? With tarot and with doing rituals for people and all that kind of stuff. You must have a job like that, right? And that can be doctors, nurses, anything in the allied helps where you're helping another person through a process, right? It seems like you're there. You're doing your work. You're doing your little cha-cha. And this person is confused AF and they're coming towards you. But look at the energy that you're emanating. You're emanating the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess. In other words, you got your shit straight while they're the King of Pentacles in reverse. You got yourself grounded. You know where you should invest your time, energy, effort with, and where you're not. But you're always so keeping quiet about it. Okay? You're not going to be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. No. Oh, I understand. I understand. So what you're saying is this. Okay. And then and you're going to stay in this energy of hangman. And I feel like that's your energy towards these people. So you're not going to take any actions. You're not going to move forward. What you're doing is just observing everything around you. And the reason why you're observing it is because you're starting to realize something about these people that are giving you all this love. You know, these people that keep looking for you. There's a pattern there. And once you figure it out, you can stop it. There is devil energy with them. This is what they're not showing you right here. I'm going to show you this. Oh God. Oh God. This is big. Okay, let me just go down the line because this is what they're not showing you. Okay, first of all, they're not showing you what they did, the devil card. They're not telling you what they did that's causing all this problem. They're not telling you the king of swords. They're not telling you that they have been checked. Okay, so they're not telling you what they did, and they're not telling you the other part of the story where what the other person did that has led to the situation. There's a lot of miscommunication in this situation and a lot of distorted magic, right? They used things and they did things and they used things that they shouldn't have used, and they know it, that they did it in the dark, trying to manipulate situations, and the law is falling upon them, and they're getting stabbed in the back from that. So, in other words, what they're not telling you is the fact that this is their own doing, and it's whatever they did coming back to them and slapping in their flipping ass. It's poetic justice is what I can tell you. So, I mean, starting off the month of September, some serious drama. The next thing that we're going to look into is September 23rd. So now we're going closer to the end of the month, okay? And on September 23rd, the sun enters Libra. And we entered autumn equinox. And I like the sun entering Libra because that means that the way that you perceive things, right, is more balanced. Because you see clearly and you judge in that clarity that you have. And the autumn equinox is all about letting things fall off of you. So it feels like an energetic cleanse, purge energy. So let's see how this will be playing out for you. Mind you, my time clock right now, it is 3:21. That's backwards. It's like 3, 2, 1. It's a countdown. There's an acceptance of a connection. Why is the computer being all glitchy? And release. Oh, this is not an exception of acceptance of a connection. You are accepting to release a connection. And that's 427. And I want to look up what. Now, you guys aren't going to see this because I'm going to try to edit it out. But, dudes, my camera totally turned off. It kept flashing throughout the beginning of this reading. And then it totally turned off. And I think that's important because it feels like lights out. And I just finished saying that you're accepting to release something. Okay. My microphone was also not connecting. I mean, it was just kind of like you're going no contact, no talking with something. It's kind of like cutting cords with something. I do want to see what 427 means because it showed up here. And this is my Angels Numbers book, 427. And 427 says, your angels are supporting your prayers and requesting a request about a romantic relationship. So, in other words, somebody or something that you're perceiving that you're going to be releasing, your guides are actually encouraging that disconnection. Because we're talking about love, I'm going to use my psychic tarot of the heart or whatever. And let's see what this is all about because it's legit. It feels like I'm over it really big. I mean, I feel like this feels like a breakup. Whew, did you see that? And like, shoot, look at this. We have Open up. This is the Four of Wands. Embrace, which is the World card. And take the lead. Mm. Daydream decision. I think you're done with some games. You have the Empress. Eight of Pentacles. I mean, Eight of Cups. Hopeless and helpless. Moving on. I can say that whatever this person is, the one that I told you from the beginning of the month, right? That's coming towards you with a, oh, I love you, I need you, blah, 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 blah. They're going to open up a lot to you, okay? Like kind of spew out the truth, but you're kind of looking for new opportunities. You're looking for a new path. You realized probably earlier on this year that this isn't going to go anywhere. This is dead soil, right? There is no life in the soil in such a way that you can plant something and it can give you light. There's drought here. And that though they would like for you to invest, you don't see the point of it. You don't see the point of them. And honestly, you're moving on because of the fact that you don't see the point of them. You know they're trapped in the same cycles. You know they say they want many things, but the reality is that they're just doing the same shit. And like I said, like I felt that in the beginning of the reading, kind of like this energy where you're just kind of like, this is stupid. We're just playing the same stupid games, hoping that there's going to be changes and whatever, but it's not worth it. And that's why you're moving on. See, because you're completely detached of this devil energy. You're detached from it. And that for them causes a challenge because they feel lost without you. But this is actually going to heal something in your sacral space. You'll finally be able to heal something, and it feels like a mother wound, a childhood wound, something that was lingering inside of you. And that will help you be able to make new connections so you can move on. Your eyes will be open to new partnerships that are healthy for you, something that is more balanced and that they will work together with you. I feel like whoever or whatever this is, it has been given and gifted a lot of options, opportunities. I feel like there has been situations where if it's a work situation, you have already invested enough blood, sweat, and tears in this situation. Is not going to get any better. You know that anything they say will always be chatter, but never any follow through. If it's a relationship with a person, because see, work, when it comes to spirit, they consider it the same. Work that is actual where you get your 9 to 5, but work can also be your spiritual work, and that can be the personal relationships in your life. And this can be family or friends groups or organizations that you're connected to. I feel like you've decided this is not going to work. You guys are not like me, right? And that's something that I feel very strongly here. Um, you when they came in,
you were very clear-minded and you can see them for what they are. I feel like you would probably gotten to the point where you're tired of the games they keep playing, the same stories of I'm gonna fix this, I'm gonna do that, blah blah blah, and stuff, and you're like, okay, good for you. You know? So, and in this energy of autumn, it kind of feels like you're swiping right. The next thing I want to look at, and then it's the last thing of the month, would be Mars entering Leo and Scorpio entering Mercury entering Scorpio and 0 degrees. And this is the 28th through the 30th. And this is important because Mars and Leos like each other a lot. This is your internal warrior awakening to fight for what is yours and what you deserve and what you believe to be right for you. And Mercury in Scorpio is like no nonsense speak. See, we started the month with Venus in Scorpio. We're ending it with Mars in Scorpio. And that is literally this energy of, yeah, no, I know what you want, but I don't want that. This is really heavy. I don't want that. I don't want that. Let me see what this is all about. And you're going to be very direct and forceful of, that's not for me. Thank you. I appreciate that you need me. I appreciate that you can see my worth and value, but like too little, too late. Let's move on. Oof, look at that. I done told you they are playing the victim, but you're done with this game. You've already buried this situation. Do you see the orange? This is sacral space. You healed it. In other words, the reason you used to be a bleeding heart for everybody and used to hold space for them and give them 1,000 million chances, etc., is because you had a wound, like a childhood wound or a mother wound that you were carrying, and it's gone. And so their victim role is really just not going to play. Look, we have disseminating. Oh, here. Oh, dissipating. Dissipating is, yeah, I'm over it. So remember how I said disseminating? I decided to look that up, and also dissipating. And dissipating is to disappear, and disseminating is to spread out, right? And I feel like those are the two qualities that are very expansive during the September 28th and 30th, which is initiating the energy of October, right? It's this, I'm spreading out in a new direction, which doesn't encompass your reality here in this storyline. And I'm disappearing from your life because that part of me that used to feed into you and your narrative is also gone. See, sometimes when words seem crossed, there's a reason why I say them. Okay? So, what else do you want to tell them about this? Because this is like entering the following month. 3 of Wands. You're moving up the ladder. You want a new direction. You want to move on. 7 of Swords. And this is actually not somebody stealing from you. I feel like this is you. You're going to leave like a robber in the night, silent. They're not even going to notice that you have left. And that's dissipating, where you're disappearing. Ace of Swords. I like this one because this tells me that the things that they used to do that used to tangle you up and kind of like trap you in that same cycle, and you would fall under their narrative and fight or flight, yada da 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 da. It's gone. It's gone. They're gone. The Magician. This came out like sideways. Oh, there you go. You've learned their tricks. Page of Swords, and it's their tricks because they're immature actions, they're immature things that keeping you stuck. You've learned it. The same words. Oh, please help me. It's just that I don't understand and whatever. And you're just like, okay, whatever. Seven of Cups, and this is causing them confusion. Still more confusion. Why? Because you're not who you were. And they refuse to believe that because their storyline only works if you have your storyline. In the bottom of the deck, Sun, 10 of Coins. Like, you're moving up, Fool card, shut up. You're moving into this energy of, no, I'm working towards my financial security, my family, my strength, my movement forward. I'm clear about what I want for the future, and it's not you. And then we have Three of Swords. Mm. 3 of Swords, 10 of Cups, and 4 of Swords. And this is important because I'm no longer feeling hurt about a happily ever after that we were supposed to have that never really existed. It was all in my head. Like, I created this fantasy of the Little Mermaid that I was going to get legs and and turn into who you are, and you would fascinatingly love me and accept me, and everything is going to be wonderful. And I now realize that was stupid. And Queen of Swords with the 9 of Cups, I cut out that stupid fantasy because I saw it for what it was. And because this is the Hangman, I saw it for what it was. And what was it? 6 of Cups, a childish dream that had me split, unable to move forward. And it was causing tower moments in my life because I kept holding on to something that was never gonna happen. You weren't that. I just thought you were because I wanted it so bad. And I thought that if I wished for it, it was gonna happen. And guess what? Now I'm in the 10 of Wands. Now I'm in the 5 of Swords. I'm gonna let this shit die because it's just holding me back. You're just holding me back. Like, I don't know what's up, Libra, but legit for your month of September, it's one of those things of, I don't understand how you don't understand the words that come out of my mouth. It is over. I do not want this. Deuces. Get ready. It's going to be an interesting month of September for you.